Today I'm going to show you guys a really simple hack that solves a very specific problem, and that is whenever you're securing materials to your EMT conduit builds, and such as a desktop or a shelf or any kind of flat material that you might want to secure to your EMT conduit build. We usually recommend that you use something like the 1-hole strap or the 2-hole strap, and we usually recommend that you get it for your respective trade size that you're building with. In this case, this would be 3/4 inch. But as you can see here, there's a pretty big gap between the board and the 3/4 inch EMT conduit. There's an even larger gap in between the 1-hole strap tab and the flat piece of material that you're trying to secure. And normally whenever you start to screw this down, this is going to rotate around, and it's going to bend the strap a little bit, and that's good. That is securing the material in place. But sometimes we've seen whenever you have a thin material or material that is pretty strong, then it could potentially either bend the material if it's thin, or it could pull the screw out, and then of course it's not going to be secured anymore, which isn't great for your build. And so we've kind of talked about some different ways that you could overcome this in the past, and I'll link those videos down below. But something I thought about recently that works out pretty well, and I'm pretty excited to tell you guys about, is the fact that 1-inch EMT conduit connectors, if you haven't seen that video we did, they will fit over top of our 3/4 inch maker pipe connectors for 3/4 inch EMT. And so I was thinking, if that works, why would you not be able to just put 1-inch EMT accessories over top of the 3/4 inch connectors? And as you can see, you can, and it works really well. You can see once I put this flat on there, that gap between the 1-hole strap tab and the material is much smaller, so whenever you secure this down, it's not going to be pulling as hard, but it's still going to secure the material in place, which works out really awesome. Of course, you can do the same thing with the 2-hole strap. You just put that over top, and as you can see, the gaps are a lot smaller for those 2 tabs. And this is pretty cool, and you, of course, can use other accessories like the hanger strap, of course, for 1-inch EMT conduit. So you would just use the supplied hardware to secure that in place, and then you could mount this to your build, or a flat surface to your build, and you have all kinds of cool possibilities, and allows you to just go directly over the connector instead of the conduit and kind of eliminate that gap in that specific problem. But that's pretty cool. I was excited to share this with you guys. Hopefully you found it useful. If you did, leave a like and consider subscribing. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.